Hi everyone. I hope you guys are all having a great day. I hope you had a lot of rest. I had a good amount of sleep actually. Not as much as I want because I love me some sleep. But anyways, I tell you all the time, those who watch my readings, my videos, that take what is yours, what you feel is yours, and leave the rest. Do not force anything to fit. Too much watching of tarot, too much assuming of you could possibly manifest it into your own world. So if it's not yours, it's simply not your story. We hold both masculine and feminine energies. It just kind of depends on what timeline you are in. If you are in survival mode like I was at the beginning of my life, I stood mostly in my masculine energy. So, like I said, don't get stuck on the he, she's, because we hold both energies. Spirit wants us to focus on our dreams, the messages that come out in our dreams. Before I dive into the songs that I've been playing and the cards that came out while I was shuffling, I just wanted to remind everyone to choose kindness, please. In a dark, dark world, we should always choose to be the light, to choose the kindness. We have all lived a sad day or two in our life, and that does not give us the right to inflict pain on others. So if you have the opportunity to help someone, please do it. If it is just to lend a honest ear or a smile passing by, you never know what a simple smile could do. Could possibly save a life. Because you never know what somebody has gone through in their life or even in their day. You could be their saving grace. Before I get on with it, I have currently added some more bracelets to my inventory. These are adjustable. These are lava rock and evil eye protection bracelets. They can come in any color. I have 2 so far that I made in these design. They're very pretty. The video doesn't do it justice, but anyways, those specifically are for my boys. So while I was shuffling, I had this flip out twice. The color, my nose is starting to run every single time I get on here. Excuse me. Okay, let's try. Hopefully that holds me off. Probably not, but it's alright. Anyways. The color red. It could be the color that you are all seeing repeatedly. The color of a shirt. The color of a sign. Something that catches your eye. But the color red. Could be a red light that you stop at. That brings a thought. The other the other card that came out was "It was my sister all along." Cautionary orange. Also sacral chakra. with those two coming out together and following spiritual cord, it tells me that there is a sister in somebody's life, in the collective's life, that is being stopped like a red light, dead in their tracks. It is, they are in spiritual court. There is a such thing as spiritual court and, of course, 3D court. This sister is spinning, is telling everything but the truth, and she is being found out. I don't blow my cover. Something about Washington as well. The first two songs that were playing as I was getting ready to do this reading were about drinking and where I go when I drink. So let's get one more from this deck. And there is going to be an energy shift collective. There's going to be an energy shift that brings all this evidence, all this truth to the 3D that unmasks the sister. No matter where they are, collective. No matter where they are. Even if they are not in Washington. What is done in the dark? What is done when you think people are not looking? The conversations you hear, you don't get to hear, but your ancestors do, the divine, the God, whatever you choose to believe in. What is done in the dark always comes to light. There's always going to be a balancing. And sometimes you can only balance so much, so many stories. My favorite analogy with games is the game of Jenga. And with Jenga, you can only pull so many pieces out of the tower before it falls. When I used to play Jenga, it scared me every time it fell. But when I was a kid and used to play Jenga, I would try to control which way the tower did fall, because it scared me every time it fell, and I didn't want it to fall in my direction. And it sounds like what we're talking about here, that there was a sister in somebody's life that tried to control a tower from hitting their own side of the fence. Tell them anything but the truth. Utilize projection, word magic, manipulation. Spun a web of lies, and possibly was the Black Widow in somebody's life, the karmic. Every time I split this deck and I talk about, there's something about a loan. They say that when you tell lies on someone, take it as a loan. And I really have a lazy eye right now. Take it as a loan against somebody, and it has to be repaid back. And the more lies, the more you owe. But if we are talking about an actual loan, somebody possibly took a loan out and cannot pay it back. And they say sometimes when connecting the dots, it's a lot of death energy in these two cards that just came out. There's talk in a town going around, and it's big talk I'm hearing. When your decisions touch your kids, forgot him in bed. List of local. Death comes in threes. And unaliving. I try in every reading I do, in every video I make, to remind the collective, the karmics, whatever role you play in the collective's journey. Do not do so much in your life against somebody in a negative manner, in a malice, in a unhealed, in a hurtful way that you think you are untouchable, that you think that your karma won't bother you, because karma is unpredictable and you cannot control how it happens. You cannot control who it hits, and sometimes it hits you where it hurts the most. Front door famous is talking about the hellos you get from your children when they see you after a long day of work. Front door famous. This card is talking about karma touching your children, the ones you love the most. So I say it again. Do not let your karma attach to your children. Do not let your decisions of hate, of manipulation, of poor decisions affect your children. Because in reality, we hear it all the time. The devil made me do it. But in reality, the devil presented an option. The devil energy presented an option. The negative and the good. The angel on each shoulder. You had the devil and the angel, right? But you were the one who made the decision, and you were the one who continued to make those decisions, right? Now, somebody plays 52 card pickup. I know, like I said, with the Jenga game, never not remember you. I know you're up in heaven. I know God don't make mistakes, but this sure feels like one. You don't want to be the one scrambling to pick up the 52 card pickup, the Jenga pieces, which is why I never wanted it to fall a certain way, because there's a lot of pieces to pick up. You don't want to be the one asking, why is this happening? I never not remember you. Blowing out the candles. Were you stepping on people to get to the top? Were you manipulating a situation so that somebody couldn't surpass you? Was your lies hurting somebody? Was it to control a situation? Was it to steal? Was it to take? I say in like all of my readings, we are not here to collect, just to collect a paycheck, just to collect a house, a car. We're here to lift each other up, to learn. to grow. Not to deceive, not to lie. A soldier of war never learns not to be a soldier. When it is something that you've done for lifetimes, lifetime and lifetime and lifetime again, that's all you know. But in reality, that is unfortunately an excuse. Not for a soldier. That's what he's... I guess there is a thin line there. But if you're using it as an excuse, well, that's all I know. It's all I know to do. You also have a choice. You know what right from wrong. You know it's hurting people. Better never not remember you. Something about Sunday. So we have Thursday and Sunday on the table. I've done it for the money. I've chased it for the fame. I've stumbled to the edge of giving up. Blissfully lost in a world of my own creation. When you're standing looking at all that is happening, when you're standing there playing 52 card pickup, wondering why a certain situation is going that way. Remember that once you were blissfully just lost doing all that you're standing in front of now, right? Something about a cook. Somebody sold their soul collective. Somebody in the collective. Whether you are in your karmic energy, somebody has sold their soul. At the end of the day, I can say, I did it for love. This came out. So at the end of the day, collective, can you say that you did it for love? A cook. For the love. Never been another reason good enough. Don't ever let your opponent distract you. For me, the only competition that I've learned I have in my life is self. So this card, don't ever let your opponent distract you. Don't ever distract yourself with all the lies that you can't keep up with. Don't ever write checks, take loans out that you cannot pay back, that you can't unwrite. Don't ever do things to someone that you can't make right, that you can't undo. Well, someone like you found a gun and you. So these are Talk of the Town is now talking about small town secrets, things that happen in a small town, but also happen in a city. It's just more pronounced in a smaller community, where they utilize somebody's past, where somebody's fall from grace can label them the rest of their life. It keeps them stuck. You can manipulate your friends in a small town. When you pray for rain, you have to deal with the mud too. And I'll find someone like you with nothing but the best for you. Somebody is changing their fate. Sometimes it lasts, sometimes it hurts instead. It hurts instead. Adult decisions can hurt, especially if you don't do it. If you make them out of anger, out of an emotional state, or you're not following your heart, or you know it's wrong, but you do it anyways, because the devil didn't do it, you did. A child with an adult soul. Do not be reminded of this is a true story. Never mind, I'll find someone like you. Wish nothing but the best for you. Somebody who wanted to play the leader, to take control of somebody's life, to be ahead of them in every situation. Somebody who led with a heavy hand, who didn't include their heart with it. Didn't care what they had to do. No regrets, no in the mistakes. On the cloud. 2222. Bittersweet this is. Someone like you. Who was asking for help? And what did you do when they did? Did you kick them while they were down? Did you soil their names? Did you spin a web of lies? Did you utilize this to get ahead? Sometimes it hurts instead. Whoa. Dependence. There's something or someone you are clinging to, and it's keeping you from stepping in your own light. You have everything you need to succeed, and the only approval you need is your own. Were you dependent on somebody's energy, on somebody's money, on somebody's property? Speak your truth. You have stayed silent long enough. Speak up, stand your ground, and state your perspectives. You will rise to a higher vibration when you let your voice be heard. Is there something that you keep hidden, collective? Is there something that you could say to change your fate? Good on you. spell it out for me. Just go with the letter cards. All right, ancestor, spell it out. One letter at a time, please. She probably goes to church. Hangover in a pew. Good on you. Cook. Came out again. Cooking. Cooking. I'm hearing cooking the books. When you cook the books, you manipulate the numbers to look one way, right? You make things look good for you. Cheat. CHEA4T. You cheat the system. Cooking cheat. Something about a civil case, a court case. So not only do we have a spiritual court, somebody in spiritual court, but they are also facing court in the 3D. ARROW. Arrow. I'm hearing arrow. Sorry, down B. Which way are the arrows pointing? Where does the evidence point? Who are they pointing at? Almost Oklahoma. Something about an explosion. Something is going to explode this case wide open. Truths. In a crazy world, when you think that some things are hidden, here comes the rain. Pay your debt. And whether that be pay your debt for the loans that you took out, or pay your debt, karmic debt, to what you did to somebody. If you're too comfortable, you're not growing. everything takes balance. Like I said, there is going to be a balancing. My nose. Excuse me. A balancing of the scales. Something somebody has done has been something they did from childhood. Like a soldier's uniform. They never took it off. They never healed childhood wounds. They just kept moving. They kept going with the way that they are, never thinking to change. Cook. 3 times. Something about a cook. All they have is your past. What you're saying is working. People are starting to believe the more truths come out. No matter what this person cooked, this cook did, this manipulator did, the truth are starting to be revealed. Read all the stories, then preach. Don't just stand on someone's word. Gain many perspectives before you make a decision. Her ancestors out here reminding. Also, don't be so foolish to think that nobody is protecting those individuals that you attack. Something about a dad. Somebody has God-given talent. Dad in reverse. You give me a reason to believe. Honey, you give me a reason. There is something about a bad DA. Somebody who does not look at the evidence. Somebody could possibly have a DA in their pocket. How did that happen? But like I said, if you choose to sabotage somebody's life, if you choose to sabotage a civil case, if you choose to attach yourself to someone's karma, you are just as guilty as those who committed the crimes, those who went against the collective. And you reap what you sow. Something about a canyon. Canyons are wide and deep. Takes a lot to fill. Ooh. And there is a good cop involved. Somebody, a good investigator that is going to burst this case right open. Keep it moving. It's going to keep it moving no matter what sabotage comes. A cook that utilizes a no-taste poison. The only poison that I know of is antifreeze, and it tastes sweet and easily hidden. And just watching the show that I'm watching, Bones, there was an individual on here that utilized it, and it was like a sneak attack. It crystallized the kidneys. That's why it was never caught. Something negative energy has been sent back. The ancestors out here. A spell has been broken, whether that be a glamour spell that was put on a civil case. Midnight Crisis. Messages in the song. Messages in the lyrics. molested by a step grandpa. This card, specifically, I made for myself. You never know what somebody has in their past. You never know who you're kicking while they're down. You never know what somebody has healed in their past. Somebody in their 80s. Dash and smash. This is about a midnight crisis. Driving late at night. Dash and smash. Your insurance. In a week. Different conversations, different locations. They already told me. Your insurance. Overjudgment of a party girl. Tracking. They say when you are pointing your finger at somebody, when you are deflecting, when you are utilizing somebody's past that doesn't live there anymore, you are hiding behind those stories because you are hiding something in yourself. Somebody, the tracker, who's tracking an individual is being tracked themselves. Antifreeze. And don't look at my broken nails, guys. I broke 2. Can't wait to get them fixed. Overdose. Hey, baby. I'm in the middle of a reading. Are you... I love you. Bye. Somebody is stressed about a large sum of money. They know the truth is coming out. Get on with it. Just tell the truth. The letter V. And is there a reason your bloodline has changed? Is there something that you have to fix, have to change? A truth that you must reveal in order to break a cycle. In order to fix, to change fate. What are we at? 3903. Better off gone. religion. Whoa, that's a lot. Woo. One more. Seems like a lot, but why not? I live with a past I still can't get past, and it still haunts me. Sometimes in a small town, that is the biggest problem. I've already paid every debt I own. By your grace, I've been set free. It's a lot of names, but I'm hearing leave it. Many hands were at play. Many energies. Energy is fluid. Whether this story fits for you today, or if it fits for you, if it fits for someone else another day. We could be on one timeline now and experiencing this very situation, and somebody else could be experiencing it at another time. 1, 2, 3, 4 on the clock. Remember, energy is fluid. Vein. Stellar. Cutter. Hawkins. Leah. Ancestor energy. Olin. Monique. Beaver. White bread. Boomer. Karma wanted to pop out. Sean. Gerald. Barack. W. Sheriff. Sinus. Blank. Change minute. Byron. Baker. Paul. Angelica. Skylar. Diamond. Joseph. Tweety. Hoover. Cruz. Deb. Emma. Dillner. GRC. Taylor. Stormy. Caramelio. Rebecca. Simple Son. Belle. Bruce. Lewis. Gabriel Joe. Grace. Strong. Cameron. Dodger. Trinisha. Jacob. Ruth Ann. James. Rhymes. Rogers. Truman. Sandra. Raw. NK. Pena. Loan agent. Loans. There is a loan agent involved in a situation. Denise. Archie. West. Grandpa Paul Allen. Sativa. Javier. Celine and Juan. All right. That is the reading. 46:46 on the clock as I look down. Told you. Take the effort, collective, to do better, to tell the truth, to make positive choices that don't affect your children. You can only lead the horse to the water. You cannot make them drink. Have a wonderful day.